know the solar system? The solar system is made up of the Sun and everything that moves around it because of gravity. The Sun, planets, moons, asteroids, comets, dwarf planets, meteoroids, dust and gas in the solar system. The Sun. The Sun is a star at the centre of our solar system. It is very big. About 1.3 million Earths could fit inside it. The Sun is made mostly of hot gases called hydrogen and helium. What does the Sun do? It gives us light and heat, which keep Earth warm. Plants use sunlight to grow. The Sun's gravity holds all the planets in the solar system in place. How does it make energy? Inside the Sun, hydrogen atoms join together to make helium. This process is called nuclear fusion. The planets. They are 8 planets in solar system: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune. Tip to remember them. My very eager mother just served us noodles. Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. It is the smallest planet in the solar system. Mercury is a rocky planet with lots of craters, like the Moon. Very hot in the daytime. Very cold at night because it has almost no air to hold heat. Time on Mercury. One day on Mercury, sunrise to sunrise, is very long. 1 year on Mercury is short, only 88 Earth days. Other facts. Mercury has no moons. It has no rings. Humans have not visited Mercury. Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It is almost the same size as Earth. Venus is a rocky planet. Temperature. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. Thick clouds trap heat. This is called the greenhouse effect. Atmosphere. The air is very thick and made mostly of carbon dioxide. Clouds are made of acid, so it's not safe for life. Time on Venus. 1 day on Venus is longer than 1 year on Venus. Venus spins very slowly and in the opposite direction of most planets. Other facts. Venus has no moons. It has no rings. Earth. Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun. It is the only planet we know that has life. Earth is a rocky planet. What makes Earth special? Has liquid water, oceans, rivers, lakes. Has air we can breathe, oxygen. Has the right temperature for plants, animals and people. Moon. Earth has 1 moon. The moon causes tides in the oceans. Time on Earth. 1 day equals 24 hours. 1 year equals 365 days. Protection. Earth's atmosphere protects us from harmful space rays. The atmosphere helps keep Earth warm. Mars. Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun. It is called the red planet because of its red, dusty surface. Mars is a rocky planet. Temperature. Mars is cold, much colder than Earth. It has ice at its north and south poles. Air. Mars has a thin atmosphere, so people cannot breathe there. Moons. Mars has two small moons, Phobos and Deimos. Exploration robots, rovers, like Curiosity and Perseverance, explore Mars. Scientists study Mars to see if it once had water. Fun fact: a day on Mars is almost the same length as a day on Earth.
Key facts about Jupiter. Position: fifth planet from the Sun. Size: so big that over 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. Gravity: extremely strong. It helps protect inner planets by pulling in asteroids. Day length: about 10 hours. Very fast rotation. Year length: about 12 Earth years. Why Jupiter is important: acts like a cosmic shield for the solar system, helps scientists understand planet formation and gas giants in other star systems. Famous features: famous red spot, a massive storm larger than Earth that's been raging for over 300 years. Rings: faint rings, not as visible as Saturn's. Moons: over 90 known moons. The four largest are Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. Europa is especially interesting because it may have an ocean under its ice.
Saturn is the sixth planet from the sun in our solar system and is most famous for its stunning rings. Here's a detailed overview. 1. Basic facts. Type: gas giant. Diameter: about 120,536 kilometers, 9.5 times Earth's diameter. Mass: 95 times that of Earth. Distance from approximately 1.43 billion kilometers, 9.5 AU. Orbital period: 29.5 Earth years. 2. Rings. Saturn has the most extensive ring system in the solar system. Rings are made mostly of ice particles with some rock and dust. They are very thin compared to their width, only about 10 meters thick in some places. Moon Saturn has over 80 confirmed moons. The largest is Titan, which is bigger than Mercury and has a thick atmosphere and lakes of methane. 4. Atmosphere. Made mostly of hydrogen and helium. Contains clouds of ammonia, methane, and water vapor. Saturn has fast winds up to 1,800 kilometers per h at the equator. 5. Uranus basic facts. Type: ice giant, different from gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn. Diameter: about 50,724 kilometers, 4 times Earth's diameter. Mass: 14.5 times that of Earth. Distance: 2.87 billion kilometers, 19.2 AU. Orbital period: approximately 84 Earth years. 2. Unique features. Uranus rotates on its side with an axial tilt of about 98 degrees. This means its poles basically point toward the center points in its orbit, causing extreme seasons. Color: pale blue-green due to methane in its atmosphere, which absorbs red light. 3. Rings. Uranus has 13 known rings, which are dark and narrow compared to Saturn's bright ring. The rings are mostly made of rocky and icy particles. 4. Moons. Uranus has 27 known moons. Some of the major ones are Miranda, Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, and Oberon. Many moons are heavily cratered and icy. 5. Atmosphere. Made mostly of hydrogen, helium, and methane. Contains clouds of methane ice giving the blue-green color. Winds can reach up to 900 kilometers per h. 6. Interesting facts. Uranus is colder than any other planet in the solar system. Temperatures can drop to around -224 degrees Celsius. It was the first planet discovered with a telescope by William Herschel in 1781. Because it rotates on its side, its poles experience 42 years of continuous sunlight, followed by 42 years of darkness. Neptune 1. Basic facts. Type: ice giant, like Uranus. Diameter, about 49,244 kilometers, just slightly smaller than Uranus. Mass, 17 times that of Earth. Distance from tilde 4.5 billion kilometers, 30 AU. Orbital period, approximately 165 Earth years. Unique features. Neptune is the farthest solar system. Its deep blue color comes from methane in the atmosphere, absorbing red light, plus some unknown components making it more intense than Uranus. Known for extremely strong winds, the fastest in the solar system, up to 2,100 kilometers per h.3. Rings. Neptune has 5 faint rings, mostly dark and made of dust and ice particles. Unlike Saturn, Neptune's rings are not very prominent. 4. Moons. Neptune has 14 known moons. The largest is Triton, which is geologically active and has ice volcanoes. Triton orbits Neptune in a retrograde orbit, meaning it moves opposite the planet's rotation, suggesting it was captured rather than formed there. 5. Atmosphere. Made mostly of hydrogen, helium, and methane, similar to Uranus. Has storms like the famous Great Dark Spot, a massive storm system similar to Jupiter's Great Red Spot. 6. 1. Definition. IAU 2006. A dwarf planet is a celestial body that orbits, has enough mass for its gravity to make it nearly round, has not cleared its orbit of other objects, is not a moon. 2. The most famous dwarf planets. Dwarf planet location. Size approx. Interesting fact. Pluto, Kuiper belt, 2,377 kilometers diameter, has 5 moons including Charon, was once considered the 9th planet. Eris, scattered disk, 2,326 kilometers, slightly smaller than Pluto but more massive. Haumea, Kuiper belt, 1,632 kilometers, very elongated due to fast rotation. As a ring system. Makemake, Kuiper belt, 1,434 kilometers. Has a very bright, icy surface. Ceres, asteroid belt, 940 kilometers. The only dwarf planet in the inner solar system. Has water, ice, and possible subsurface ocean. Asteroids. 1. Definition. An asteroid is a small rocky body that they are smaller than planets. Unlike comets, they don't have ice or tails. Most asteroids are irregularly shaped. 2. Location of asteroids. Asteroid belt. Between Mars and Jupiter, the most famous region. Near-Earth asteroids, NEAs. Some asteroids pass close to Earth's orbit. Trojans. Asteroids that share an orbit with a planet like Jupiter. Trojans. 3. Types of asteroids. C-type. Carbonaceous, dark, rich in carbon. Most common type, tilde 75%. S-type. Silicaceous, made of silicon and metal, brighter than C-type. M-type. Metallic, composed mostly of nickel and iron. 4. Famous asteroids. Asteroid diameter, special feature. Ceres, 940 kilometers, largest object in the asteroid belt, classified as a dwarf planet. Vesta, 525 kilometers, bright surface, has been visited by NASA's Dawn mission. Pallas, 512 kilometers, highly inclined orbit. Eros, 34 kilometers, near-Earth asteroid, visited by near-Shoemaker spacecraft. 5. Galileo Galilei, 1564-1642, was an Italian astronomer, physicist, engineer, and mathematician. He's often called the father of modern science. Major contributions. Astronomy, he improved the telescope and made groundbreaking observations, like the moons of Jupiter, the phases of Venus, and the mountains on the moon. Physics, he studied motion and falling objects, laying foundations for Newton's laws. Scientific method, Galileo emphasized experimentation and observation over tradition.
Apollo 11 mission.
A little bit closer. Okay, here we go, a big one. Off the ground, 4.